Hello friends, this is the SunWoman. Welcome to my channel. I am your empathic astrologer and your intuitive reader, and I'm here to do a reading for the Taurus collective, for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising, and this is your reading for June 2018. Thank you so much to those who have subscribed to the channel. For my new viewers, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so before I lay the cards down, I just want to give you some messages that are coming through right now as far as the current astrological transits that are affecting you, Taurus. And there's a big deal right now because the planet Uranus, which is the planet of change, revolution, future, being visionary, that is the ruling planet of Aquarius. Well, it has moved into Taurus on May 15th of this year. It moved to Taurus, and it's going to remain in Taurus for the next 8 years, leaving on April 26, 2026. So what does that mean for you? Well, in a lot of ways, my Taurians are going to be declaring their independence, okay, seeking freedom, maybe creating a mini revolution in their lives. And a lot of this is going to, for not just Taurians, but for all of us globally, because Uranus is one of the outer planets and it moves very slowly, so it has a generational and a global effect. But on an individual level, we will find that our relationship with money, with security, with finances is going to change drastically. Okay, the things that previously gave us a sense of security are going to change, and we're going to be evolving to the next level of what really is meaningful to us when it comes to our values, when it comes to our possessions, when it comes to our self-worth, and what really makes us feel worthy, secure, taken care of, and prosperous. Okay, there may be on a global level many changes in the financial sector, changes around money, finances, currency, the stock market. This is an influence that happened many years ago, and during that time, if you want to take a look at previous Uranus in Taurus transits, that can give you an idea of what's coming down the line for us on a world level. But again, for my Taurians, you may find that there are some unexpected developments where finances are concerned. There are new avenues of income coming to you from some innovative ideas. So Uranus is, again, the ruling sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius is the visionary. So many of you may find that you are using technology to advance your financial prosperity. Okay, some of you may be gaining money on a large scale through technology, through the internet, through new developments that are coming through, and applying those to money-making ventures. Okay, so anything where technology and new developments, new ways of doing things, and doing things on a global level are concerned, then that's the way for you to go. Okay, Taurus? You're going to have some really good aspects, especially for the beginning of June and the end going into July, because the planet Venus is in Cancer, which is a very compatible sign for you. Some of you may have some good developments where home and family situations are involved. Some of you are moving. You may find the home of your dreams, the apartment of your dreams. You may be buying property or selling property at a really good at a good price, getting a lot of value out of that. Some of you may find something unexpectedly, even through friends and group associations. So if you're looking for property, you're looking for a new place to live, ask around. Ask friends, relatives, people that you associate, social organizations, people that you're dealing with instead of individuals, more in a group setting. Okay, and you may find something between now and mid-July. All right, before the sun moves into Leo. Okay, so let's take a look at also some of you with Venus in Cancer, some of you may be meeting someone new unexpectedly, and this person that may come into your life, whether it's male or female, masculine or feminine, could be someone who is very nurturing, could be someone who has children, has property of his or her own, a very caring, nurturing person, very emotional, kind of wear their heart on their sleeve. And you know, your energy may vibe really well with this person, so keep your eyes and ears open for unexpected meetings as well, okay, on the love front. So let's go ahead and see what the cards are saying for my Taurian collective for June 2018. All right, here we go. Okay, so covering you is the universe, which in this deck I'm using the Starchild Tarot, which is the Akashic version. The universe is the world card, so this is a fantastic card to start the reading off with. All good energy, talking about the end of a phase in your life and a brand new beginning, moving on to the next level of prosperity, of success, of achievement in your life. Some of you may have some financial success that is about to happen for you, new job, new career, reaching the pinnacle of your career perhaps, or professional, professional pursuits. So excellent card. Some of you may be traveling. The world can indicate travel. The world is a very beneficent card, so it does talk about blessings from the universe and being in an excellent position to reap the rewards of your success. The Nine of Cups is crossing. Wow, another great card here. I'm sorry, the King of Cups, which is also a great card. So the King of Cups is a water sign individual, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I did just mention to you that some of you may be meeting this type of energy, Cancer energy, a caring, emotional person who is very expressive in their love, very romantic. So some of you could be moving to the next level with that kind of person, with that personality, moving to the next level of a marriage, or getting engaged, some kind of big step about to take place where love, the King of Cups can be a spouse, can also be, a family member, but who is definitely has some love to offer you. Now the King is coming here crossing, so there may be a need to make a decision here, to take some decisive action where this offer or where this big achievement is concerned. Page of Wands at the base of the reading, news coming in, very positive news, because the page is right side up here, so it could be professional news coming in, a new job, or just good news. So make sure that you are keeping your eyes open for emails, phone conversations, letters, text messages, that you are responding in good time to any kind of communications that are coming through to you. The Four of Pentacles in the recent past talks about focusing on your security, your foundation. Again, the Four of Pentacles can be a card regarding home and the actual foundations of your home, your apartment, your house. Some of you may be buying, selling, or looking for property. The Four of Crystals also, the shadow side of the Four of Crystals is that often we can be holding on to our money, because we're afraid of the future, or we're afraid that we won't have enough to cover expenses. So some of you could be hoarding money, or penny pinching in order to make sure that you have those funds available for whatever's coming down the pike, which is all right as long as it is a healthy, as long as you're doing it in a healthy way to establish your security, then that's a good thing. But if you are just so focused on money to the deficit of everything else in your life, then that's not the best energy to have. The Nine of Wands crowning. So some of you are building up your strength, building up your forces, You are in a defensive mode, meaning, you know, defending yourself from either someone in your life or even from the forces that be. I like the Nine of Wands there crowning, because I feel like this is to me is another version of the Strength card, where you're gathering your resources. Maybe that's that Four of Pentacles energy, gathering your finances, gathering your strength for like the final push ahead. So you're anticipating having to make some kind of move or make some kind of change, or you know, climb up the ladder to success, and you're willing to do the work and gather your energy and your resources in order to do that, to protect yourself, to defend yourself if necessary. This is an excellent card because it indicates a show of strength, so I like that crowning. Transformation is in the near future. This is the Death card. Okay, and I love it in this particular deck because it is someone who is, I regard these as the pillars of wisdom. Okay, so someone who is passing through these pillars of wisdom to get to that ultimate destination. This is a major card for transformation. So again, the World being here, the transformation card, coming to the end of a cycle and being prepared to move forward to a brand new life. I'm getting brand new beginnings here, brand new life. Excuse me. Maybe you're ending a period of struggle or a period of having to defend yourself and you know, be on the defensive, or having to hold on to your resources so tightly. I feel like that period is ending for you, and good news is coming through in order to push you forward past that. This news may come through that King of Cups as well. The Nine of Swords is your perception, your thought process about this whole situation. So this is a stress card, okay? This is a card about worrying, sitting up at night, you know, worrying about the future, sleepless nights, anxiety, you know, not knowing if you're going to be able to get through to the next phase or the next day. The Nine of Swords is self-imposed stress, okay? It's anxiety. It is something that is based on fear and not necessarily based on what the reality of your situation is. So many of you may be in this type of energy. You want to guard against that. You know, that can lead to depression. The Nine of Swords can indicate, because you are overwhelmed by those fears, we want to let go of that energy and know that this is, in this placement, this is worrying about what you don't know, or worrying about the unknown. But you have to come out of this energy and actually to see things for the way they are, and to not be paralyzed, you know, in your actions, so that you can actually do what you need to do to move forward and make change, make things happen, and to improve whatever the situation is, okay? And again, with transformation card, this is a major change that's about to come through, and I feel it's a positive one, very much so, because the World is here talking about success. We have the King of Swords, who is in your external area, indicating people that you are dealing with, external influences. The King of Swords could be a earth energy, air energy, so that is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. The King of Swords reversed, he can be very selfish, he can be very cold, very aloof. Often the King of Swords energy is a manipulator. He can be quite manipulative. So you want to be careful of having this energy around you. Make sure that you are vetting the people around you to make sure that they have your best interests at heart. This King of Swords energy could be someone who's very controlling and trying to hold you back, or trying to manipulate a situation. So we want to, and he may be, or this energy may be what is causing the Nine of Swords stress for you right now. Let's go on, but I think that energy is going to change. The Two of Wands reversed in your hopes and fears area. Well, the Two of Wands talks about contracts. It talks about partnerships. Often the Two of Wands requires a decision to be made. So, you know, some of you may be fearing making a decision, or fearing dropping a partnership, or choosing between two options. So you're kind of paralyzed or stuck in this energy. With the Two of I'm sorry, this is the Two of Swords. So yes, it's that same energy, but it is more anxiety ridden than the Two of Wands, okay? The Two of Swords means that you need to take off the blindfold and take decisive action. And with it here in your hopes and fears area, I feel that you already know that. You know that the time is now to take decisive action, to make a choice. For some of you, it could be making a choice about this King of Swords who's here between the Nine of Swords and the Two of Swords. So anxiety, stress brought on by this person who you know may not have your best interests at heart. And again, the King of Swords can be male or female, masculine or feminine energy. Could be someone with air strong in his or her chart, rising, could be their sun sign, moon, whatever the case there. But there is definitely an understanding that's already in you that you need to make a decision and perhaps sever ties with this individual. And here we have the Page of Crystals and the outcome with the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups. All right, so that's interesting energy. In my Celtic Cross, I like to pull 3 cards for the potential outcome, because I like to kind of expand on the meaning of that last card. At the base of the deck, you have the Sun reversed, which is a beautiful sign here. So we love the Sun whether it comes up right side up or whether it's reversed, because when it's reversed, it is only kind of either a delay or needing to clear away blockages to this solar energy. The Sun represents blessings, abundance, healing, good health, a sense of fulfillment, good family life, prosperity, lots of energy and drive. Whenever the Sun appears, it indicates that the Sun really neutralizes any negativity that may be in the reading, because ultimately at the base of this, at the heart of the matter here, you can depend on, be optimistic more than anything, that good things are happening. Despite any struggle that you may be experiencing, know that good things are coming down the line for you, and to, you know, gain strength and support from this solar energy here. Okay, so let's see what we need to do to turn that energy around. Well, you know, in the outcome, well, let's talk about transformation here. So the Death card is showing up mid-month. So what I do feel is that some of you may feel a powerful shift in the energy by mid-June. And what I really feel that is the result of this Page of Wands, which is, as I said, some kind of information, messages, news coming in that's going to be significant, okay? It's the beginning of something new. It's some spark of energy. Some of you may be starting a new job, or there may be news coming in regarding a new position. Some of you may be starting a new project that is going to kind of support you as the years go, you know, as the years go along. What I mentioned to you about Uranus in Taurus, definitely we're talking about innovation, starting something new, planting seeds. And I really like, you know, it's interesting because Uranus is often represented by lightning bolts, okay? And I'm not sure if you can see this here, but the figure here, she is holding a wand here, a rod, but it looks like a lightning bolt. So for me, this is telling me that someone, either you or someone else that you're dealing with, may have kind of this lightning fast inspiration or enlightenment or illumination that is going to come up perhaps very suddenly, that's going to give you a new outlook or some new focus, some innovative new focus. Okay, some of you, for you, it might be through your children, whether that is you know, a younger child or even an adult child. The Page of Wands is fire energy, so this is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Okay, so it could be someone of you know, of that personality. What I do feel is that you are, it's important for you not to be afraid to make this decision, move forward, and not look back, because the past is dead. Okay, what has come before no longer serves you, and you're being called to allow this transformation, this wind of transformation, to come through your life, and bring about new beginnings, new changes. Now, let me go ahead and pull one card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then I'm going to talk about the outcome here of the spread. Let's see, what is the message, the Wisdom of the Oracle? What's your message for my Taurians? What's the Oracle message for Taurus for 2018, the month of June? What is the Oracle card message for Taurus? Oracle card for Taurus 2018. What's the message for Taurus? Okay, so this one is poking out. Aha, to the sea. Beautiful. All right, so this is one of my favorite cards in the Oracle deck. And if you take a look at this, I'm trying to focus that there, you have what looks like a little fairy or some mythical creature there. She's in a boat, and the little boat is moving. She's on the sea. There's a little weather vane or a compass, and it's pointing her forward. Okay, so for me, what this message is, and if you see very closely, there's a face here, and that face shows up in this deck in reference to spirit. Okay, the universe, the creator, whatever that creative energy is, your higher mind, your spiritual mind, your higher self. So to the sea means that it's time for you to take a trip. It's time for you to take a voyage. It's time for you to not be afraid to move forward, to strike out on your own if you need to move in a new direction. Okay, this is all about movement and following your dream, following your desires, following whatever that vision is that you have for your life. It's time to take to the sea. It's time to move forward. This also is, for me, it's a very emotional card, because there could be some regret or melancholy or a sense of nostalgia about the past, about what you're leaving behind or who you're leaving behind. But this card is indicating that you don't have any choice here. It's time to go. Okay, it's time to make that move. Some of you may be moving overseas or crossing water, to go to wherever this destination is taking you. I'm just looking here to see if I see any other messages in this card. All right, there's something on here. Let me see. All right, well, she does have some binoculars there that are in the back, but I think she's resolved. She's resolved to move forward. So that really, for me, is the message. And this is the number 7 card. So this number 7 represents intuition, following your intuition. 7 is a very spiritual number. So for some of you, the number 7 could be very significant. So look for signs and synchronicities of the number 7 coming up for you. The outcome here, we have the Page of Crystals and the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So again, we have another page, the Page of Crystals and the Page of Wands. Pages, again, are talking about new beginnings, fresh starts, planting seeds that are going to be nurtured. Whereas the Page of Wands is about energy coming in, maybe news, information coming in, about change. The Page of Crystals is information, news, new beginnings, seeds being planted, where your material life is concerned. Finances are concerned, okay? Your security. So some of you, again, the information, there may be a lot of activity, a lot of communications going back and forth, paperwork, emails, conversations about financial changes, positive financial changes. Page of Pentacles often for me can represent monies coming through, support, loans, mortgages, assistance with financing. This could be some of you with the Page of Pentacles is the student. So some of you could be going back to school, starting some new training or some new professional education, continue education or adult education. Some of you are going back to school to finish your degree or to pursue a new degree. So, or I'm also getting novice. So, some of you could be interning or learning some new trade or craft that you're doing from your own hands. That Page of Pentacles is a novice craftsman or craftswoman. So it is, that could be a source of financial, a stream of income for you, something that you are creating from your own hands. The Three of Swords is here, which talks about some kind of emotional difficulty, some kind of stress or pain. It could be related to a partner. It could be related to a love relationship. There is, again, interesting because I feel there's some kind of split. So there may be a split between you and a loved one. Could be a partner. It could be a family member. But I feel like you have to be prepared perhaps to make that change, to make that split, or to take the initiative to separate from something or someone. Though it may be difficult, though it may be very emotional. Because in order for you to move forward on this opportunity that's coming through, that is going to lead you to this Nine of Cups, which for me is the best card that, one of the best cards you could have in the outcome. By the end of the month, I feel that you are going to have a very good understanding of how your wishes are going to be coming true, or how to fulfill some very important desire or wish or dream that you are currently focusing on. Okay, for some of you it's going to be, as I said, some kind of financial blessing that's coming through that's going to help finance whatever this is, or support from someone when you really need it. And the Three of Swords may require you to separate from someone or other people. There may be two people that you may be separating from to go your own way. So you are one of the swords and those two other people are being left behind. And yes, interesting for me, this energy, because I do see on both of these cards, she's on the Three of Swords, she's looking down as if she is, there may be some mourning, there may be some heartache related to this. Also, this fairy, she's looking down into the little boat there. So, you may be feeling some sense of melancholy where this change is concerned. But with the transformation card here, you are, as I said, you are definitely being pushed to let whatever this is resolve, and allow the past to end and the future to now present itself and unfold before you, and take to the sea, take to your, to your journey, to your new path that is, that you're being pushed to follow at this point, because the solar energy, that sun, is supporting you. The universe is supporting you. It's just a matter really of not standing in your own way. That's the impression that I have here. You've been building up strength with the Nine of Wands. You've been building up your resources with the Four of Pentacles. You've been very frugal, very cautious. You've been getting yourself in shape. And for those of you who either are looking to get in shape physically, lose weight, strengthen yourself, strengthen your body, your bones, the Nine of Wands is very good energy for physical activity, physical fitness. So some of you may be going to the gym. Some of you may start lifting weights. There's definitely also, what I want to mention is that you have Pluto and Saturn in your fellow Earth sign of Capricorn. So again, those are very powerful outer planets that work on a generational scale because they move very, very slowly. But along with your Uranus energy, these are life-changing, positive transformations that are not going to happen tomorrow, but they are moving you forward to a stronger sense of security, a stronger sense of prosperity, of financial foundations, a better sense of your own self-worth and having enough, and making what to do and how to do it in order to make that happen. So you're kind of combining old world Saturn, which is the old man of the cosmos, Pluto, which is the god of the underworld, which definitely talks about digging deep to find what that is that can make a tremendous transformation, from one day to the next. What yesterday looked like today is completely different through Pluto. Pluto breaks down in order to rebuild. It's Scorpionic energy, your opposite sign. And of course, Uranus, which says, don't be afraid to start a revolution in your life. Okay, don't be afraid to break free from chains. That Uranus in Taurus energy is very powerful for women, for the feminine energy, and that's why you see that energy happening globally, because it's time for a wake-up call. It's time for equality. It's time to move forward and to demand and create that sense of fairness in our everyday lives and on a global scale. Okay, so that is the energy that you're working with very intimately on a personal level, Taurus. All right, so I just want to pull 3 cards here on this transformation card. I want to know what transformation, what we're talking about here. Transformation. The number 13 may be significant to some of you, so 7 and 13 I'm getting as important numbers for my Taurians. Okay, let's see. 3 cards for transformation, major change. What is transformation card for Taurus? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, power, strength, decisiveness, using your intellectual power, cutting free from chains that bind you, cutting free from this Nine of Swords energy, restriction. This is triumph, the Ace of Swords. We have the Five of Swords, cutting yourself away from people and situations that have been trying to defeat you, cutting yourself away from that defeatist energy, cutting out people who may not, cutting away from people who are no longer healthy for you, who want to try and overrule you or overpower you, or who are just have this negative Five of Swords energy. Okay. And the Two of Swords, taking decisive action. So yes, you have the Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, Two of Swords. It's time, and here we are, the Two of Swords. Pulled it, it's laying right here on the reverse Two of Swords. So for me, the message here is take off your blindfold, Taurus. Make the decisions, the hard decisions that you have to make, so that you ultimately can be the victor here. You ultimately can defeat that sense of powerlessness that some of you may be feeling right now, and you are the one that is going to, end up the victor, end up triumphant with the universe, the sun, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Cups here in this reading. The energy couldn't be better. Okay. All right, so that is for the month of June. I do hope that this reading has been helpful to you. Thank you again for spending this time with me. If you'd like a private reading, please contact me at the link below in the information box here, or you can email me at the SunWoman, the number 15 at gmail.com. That's the SunWoman15 at gmail.com. Thank you so much. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.